My first year at RIT, I had signed up for airline's credit card, and at the time I had never visited Japan, and I wanted to go to Japan to go look for my future wife. And it calculated I would need to run $30,000 through the credit card to get enough reward points to do that. And I figured that by the time I finished my school at RIT, I would probably have enough to go to Japan to go look for my future wife. And one time, the whole class and I had gone to a restaurant, and I can't remember what the occasion was. But most of my classmates were using cash, and I thought I could put the entire bill on my credit card and collect the cash and to make a ton of rewards doing that. And I did so, and everything seemed good. We had a good time, and I got excited about how many reward points I would get. It was about a 1% of the way for the trip, so it sounded like exciting news when thought about that way. I got home and realized that I was short quite a bit of money, by at least $40, $50, $60. I can't remember the exact amount. And I tried to recall what had happened. See, part of the problem was that, I have some sensitivities, and after a big meal, even if there's nothing in the food that I'm sensitive to, after a big meal, my mind isn't working the same way. It's kind of like being drunk almost. I sometimes, when I go out, if I'm driving, I sometimes have to go next door and just kind of go window shopping before I drive home, just to be on the safe side, especially after a big meal. Anyways, I couldn't remember what happened. I tried to retrace my steps and talk to some of my classmates. I never kind of figured out what happened. I don't think anybody was being dishonest, at least not overtly. This is a confusing situation. People are probably not used to having to pay that way. And I just wrote it off as next time I'll be a little bit more careful. But I still wanted to find out if anybody was being dishonest. So a couple months later, I tried to repeat the same thing. We had all gone out to another restaurant for another occasion, and this time I was short by an even bigger amount, if I remember correctly. And I was very careful the second time, actually. And the second time I might have even mentioned to some of my classmates, not all of them, but some of them, that I was short last time. I was short by an even bigger amount. And then I realized something. I was getting maybe $5 worth of reward points, but I was losing $50 or $60 or $70 each time, and I was making the whole trip unpleasant by bringing this up and by trying to focus all my mental energy on this instead of having a good time. I decided it's not worth playing this game anymore, and instead I just from all the mental energy involved, I'd rather be putting that toward my research, putting it toward investments. I was starting to invest in the gold and silver market at the time, or putting it toward looking for my future wife, among other things. And then I realized sometimes when you back out of something, you're not necessarily resigning. You're just saying that I want to put my energy into something more useful. It's important to know when to call it quits. I eventually did go to Japan to go look for my future wife, and I've since discovered Japan's not the best place to look for your future wife, but that's another story for another time. But all this is behind me. I've learned to back out of games I'm not good at playing. There are probably people who are good at playing this game. I was just reading online about some people who are really good at, for other credit cards, they can take a balance transfer and then put it in a high yield savings account and pay it off at the end. I'd rather be putting my time into other things. They might make $500 but they put a ton of mental energy into it. I'd rather be writing computer games. There are probably some people who are good at that restaurant game of collecting rewards, but you know what? They invested their time and energy into it. They deserve to make some money off of it. I'd rather be investing my time and energy into other things. At the end of the day, you have to do what you're good at. And you don't have to do everything. Not everybody can be everybody, and it's important to know when to walk away. Thanks for watching.